So once again, very good day to you, my dear students, young researchers, students, and dear scientists of the next generation. Today's topic is all about Mendeley. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to straight away show you what actually Mendeley means. Okay, so I should tell you that whenever you are going to research about Mendeley, I'm talking about Mendeley.com. Okay, so Mendeley is actually a company which is based in London or maybe the UK. Okay, so generally it is going to provide academic services, but it is not about indexing your research works in Mendeley. It is about referencing your index works in Mendeley. Like for example, we have like different styles. Okay, right? So we have MLA style, APA style, Vancouver style, Chicago style. Okay, you will have like different styles. Okay, of references. Okay, um, okay. Let me tell you an example. So I'm talking about this section. I'm talking about this section. Like whenever you try to send any research article to the journal, and when the journal tries to evaluate the research paper, and suppose if it fits according to their standards, maybe they will accept the paper. I'm talking about this reference section. Okay, so I'm talking about this reference section. Okay, so this references section, you are going to reference it via Mendeley. Okay, so this is where Mendeley acts as a powerful platform in order to index your research papers, and definitely your research papers will have a widespread reach if you try to, reference your references in the Mendeley. Okay, so generally when you take in the case of any references, maybe it might be in 2002, 1975, 2009, 2017, and so on. But the thing is that these references should follow MLA style, or maybe APA style, or maybe Vancouver style, or maybe Chicago style. Okay, so you can research about it. Maybe you can search MLA style in references. Maybe you will get a format. Okay. For example, when we take in the case of this one, okay, let us take in the case. Trying to zoom it up so that you guys will better understand it. Okay. So here in this section, you have like a author name. Okay. For author name 1. Okay. And then comma, and then author name 2, and then the title of the research paper. Okay. And then the name of the journal. Okay. IEEE transaction image processing. Volume number it has, issue number it has, and then page number it has. Okay. And then the month and the year of the publication. So maybe for MLA style it would be different. For APA style it would be different. For Vancouver style it should be different, and for Chicago style it should be different. Okay, so you should follow a particular format. Okay, and you should try to include the same format in all of the references. So this is what many of the researchers, many of the young students are trying to make a mistake. For example, the first one they would be including in MLA style. Maybe the second one they might be including in APA style. Okay, maybe the third one maybe as a Chicago style. So it is all about how you try to maintain that similarity, maintain that orderness in the references. So when you try to maintain the order, which means that you can easily add these research publications, and you can easily reference these research publications correctly in Mendeley. So I should once again tell you that Mendeley is a platform to reference your research publication. So whenever you reference your research publication correctly, which means that Mendeley is smart enough to capture your publications. So it is having an intelligent system to capture your publications, and when you try to just type your name, which means that you get your research articles. Okay, so this is where it is going to act closely with Elsevier. Okay, so I had already created my profile in Mendeley. Okay, so I can see like settings, privacy center, download Mendeley. Okay, so in Mendeley we have an app. Okay, which is Mendeley app. So you can go to the Play Store and you can download them. Okay, but still you can use the website version. Okay, so when you visit the Mendeley homepage, you will get this section like search for or maybe add articles to your library. Maybe I can search for my name. Okay, Christo space Ananth. Okay, I'm going to search for this uh, platform. So when I'm searching for the name, I'm getting the search result. Okay, like how many readers I have. Okay, engaging readers. Okay, it is not about the rodent readers. It is about the engaging readers. Okay, maybe if these articles are not in my library, I can add them. I can add to my library. Okay, so these are the list of obligations which I authored. So you can see, okay, so these are the articles which have been there in Mendeley. I can add them to my library if I want to. And suppose, let us take in the case, I'm not getting a relevant search result means, which means that I need not add them. Okay, so fortunately, I can see that these are all the articles which are having my name as the maybe as the author or maybe the co-author. So here I can see like it is already in my library, so it shows view in library. Okay, and there are some related articles as well. Okay, maybe I can click on this related articles. I can see a list of articles which are similar to my research area. Okay, so it shows like it has 2 citations and it has 4 readers. Okay, I can go for the most relevant section. I can go for the most recent section as well. Okay, and I can go for the most cited section as well. So in this way I can search my articles. I can add these articles to the library. For example, this one is not in my library, I can add this one to my library. Okay, which means immediately it shows view in library. Okay, so as I told you, Mendeley is a platform to reference your publications. So whenever you go for this, the search results, it shows SSRN, which means that we are assuring that this SSRN is a powerful platform. It's a very powerful platform to index your research publications. That's why when you search in Google, okay, whenever you search in Mendeley, these SSRN publications turn up. Okay, and there is also an indirect meaning that SSRN works closely with Mendeley. So that's the reason the SSRN search results comes first. Okay, so you can add the publications if you want to in the library, and maybe based on the website where I'm trying to publish the research articles, I'm getting the PDF version of the paper. So that's the way you add these articles, and adding these articles is very easy. Okay, so I'm getting like 61 search results. Like 2020 I have 4, 2019 I have 12, 2018 I have 5, 2017 I have 35, 2016 I have 1. So similarly, if I click on see more, maybe I can see like 2015, 2014 and so on. So there are the classifications like journal or maybe conference proceeding, and similarly the search results has this one like SSRN and the original conference proceedings, or maybe the website where I try to publish. So everything I'm getting. Okay, and similarly the co-authors which I have published, like my name is mentioned, my co-author's name have been mentioned, and whether it is open access or maybe a private version, that also I can check on to, and I can add them to the library. And similarly I have library section. So in the library section, I can view a list of articles which I have authored or maybe I have co-authored. Like, okay, so these are the publications which I have added on my own, and these are the publications which I have added via the search result. So this is the difference. When I'm adding, I'm adding just general, but when I'm adding via the suggestions, it becomes completely meaningful. Okay, like the source name, the title name, the year of publication, the author's name, everything I'm trying to get. Okay, so these are the list of publications which I've authored, which I've co-authored, and they pop up in my library. Okay, and also I can see like recently added articles and recently read articles. For example, I have gone through any articles, it shows in the recently read, which means that I can bookmark. Maybe if I'm trying to read one particular article, okay, maybe my article or maybe somebody article, and maybe after like 1 month, okay, 2 months, when I'm seeing this one, it shows in the recently read. And then you have favorites section, which means I can bookmark any articles I want to, and then there are a list of my publications. So these are the publications which I've added in the chronological order, okay, right? So I can see that this is the article which I've added first, okay, and similarly I can sort them according to the title, okay, I can sort them according to the year if I want to, and maybe according to the authors, okay, I can sort them. So this is a very easy way that you can sort them via this filter section. So maybe you can do whatever stuff you want. And then there is trash also. Maybe you can go for the trash and see the list of items which you have deleted. Maybe just like any section, like any academic section, you can drop into one collection or maybe one particular group. For example, let us take in the case in your university library. Maybe you will have a section called mathematics. You will have a section called computer science. You will have a section called Java. You will have a section called C++. So which means that under C++ you will have like several articles. Under Java you will have several publications, several books. Okay. So in the same way you can group. Okay, under image processing, under embedded system, under wireless networks, under cooperative networks. So you can group under several categories and you can add these publications into the collections. Okay, so this is where you can add the new collections and you can add new group also in order to add this researchers into a particular group. So here in the when I click on my profile, okay, I can click on this preferences section, which means I can create a group. I can invite my co-authors, okay, or my known friends to join. Maybe I can collaborate in future. Okay, so that's much more about groups. Okay, so if I click on learn more about these groups, I can get a list of frequently asked questions like how you create a private group, how you add the documents in a group, how I invite the members to a group, how I invite mutual friends, how I invite collaborators, regular collaborators, okay, how I work together in the shared documents. I can get the relevant question and the relevant search answers even. So this is a way that you can collaborate. Okay, so without collaboration you cannot achieve anything. Okay, so that's the power of collaboration. You can create groups you want. And you have a section called settings section. Okay, so here I have my profile photo. Maybe you can change them if you want to, and personal details you can add them, like you can add your first name, you can add your last name. Okay, academic status you can mention, the discipline you can mention, you can change your password if you want to. Okay, and then generally you can close the Mendeley account maybe permanently if you want to. Okay, and you can download all of your profile data in a text file format, .txt format. So that also you can do. Okay, so they have two versions, .txt and .json. Okay, so that's also a text-based file format for data exchange. Okay, so that also you can do. Maybe just like WhatsApp, when you try to get a backup of all your messages, similarly you can have a backup of all your profile information. Okay, and as I told you, Mendeley, it's linked with SSRN. Similarly, you can get in intact with the Scopus profile. So I can link my Scopus profile if I want to. Okay, and generally from here, if I click on this one, maybe it will connect to my Scopus profile. So don't forget to link the useful accounts associated with your profile, and definitely it's a powerful way that your researchers get connected to. Okay, and then there are some paid packages, even like premium services it has, right? So it has like
personal space like 2 GB, which means 0 has been used, and the shared space, okay, 100 MB. So it shows like when changing the packages, please note that all other paid packages will be cancelled. So you can upgrade if you want to, you can pay, and then you can enjoy the subscription services. And then you have a section called notifications, which means that you can receive the Mendeley newsletter, you can receive the weekly suggestions, and you can still receive suggestions about invitations to join a relevant group. Okay, so that also you will be getting the notification, maybe via mail you can get through, or in the notification section you will get through. And then just like other powerful websites, it has a carrier settings. Maybe I can go for my job preferences and also the other elsewhere privacy settings as well. So whenever you go for elsewhere privacy settings, which means you have to log in, you have to log in to that, and generally it will be redirecting you to the the science direct or maybe the scopus,
and you can see all other privacy options. Okay, right? So the profile, the activity history, so what are all the recommendations I have made, what are all the items I have bookmarked, and what are all the notifications like the email alerts I have set with, and I can see the list of reviewer options. Okay, so as I told you, like in Mendeley, it's actually an elsewhere product, and it's everything is being correlated. Like we have Publons, we have SSRN, we have Arcade, we have Thomson Reuters, Researcher ID. Everything becomes interconnected, which means that whenever you try to create one particular profile, which means you can link it with the other profiles, and just like your ID card, which has maybe as a national ID card, which has everything linked with, just like that, you can have Mendeley, which is generally you can go for linking all other profiles. And similarly, in the carrier settings, when you go to your job preferences, so which means that you can create an employer account, or maybe you can create a job seeker account. Maybe if I'm searching for any job, I'm searching for any profile, okay, I can create a job seeker account. I can enter my name, correct name, okay, my universal name, and I can showcase my skills, I can showcase my accomplishments, my experience, okay, so that I can showcase. And maybe after uploading everything, it shows in the my CV section. I can find a relevant job I want to. I can search for the potential employees in my research field, or maybe the whatever field I'm working with, and I can get some uh, career advice from the subscription services I have dealt with. So it's definitely it's going to be useful for job seekers and for those who are trying to post jobs. So that also it's a powerful platform in order to find the right employer. If you are a job poster, okay, and suppose if you are a job seeker, you can find the relevant job, okay, you can find the correct job, okay. So this is all about the career settings. And similarly, we have a section called billing section, which means that according to the premium services you have activated, you can add the payment details, you can add the credit card, debit card information, and you can see a list of previous transactions about which you have subscribed, which you have enjoyed the services. And then with the case of Mendeley, you also have a third-party apps. So third-party apps are also an advantage, which means it gets connected with the apps with the Mendeley account, and you also have uh, access with the third-party apps with the account access, which means that information, whatever the information you have submitted, which means it is sensitive, and it is going to protect you from all other third parties. Okay, so that's the way with all these services. And then you have a privacy center. So in the case of the privacy center, as I told you, everything is being interconnected, so which means everything information about the profile it shows. Okay, you will have like account settings as well as privacy settings. So whatever information you have dealt with, the username, the password, which means elsewhere is controlling everything, which means you can change the password then and there. And you can get the relevant support from the support team if you want to. So for everything you need to sign in the Elsevier and you can access all the services. Okay. So my Mendeley is associated with Elsevier, which means I'm getting the the frequently asked questions like what has happened to my invite only Mendeley groups. Mendeley reference manager, known issues when working offline. What is Mendeley reference manager? What is the meaning? Okay. What are the Mendeley recent release notes? Okay. How do I uninstall the word plugin? Okay. Is Mendeley web importer available for Safari platform? So how do you merge the duplicates? So this has been one of the common questions. How do you merge the duplicates in the Mendeley desktop? So maybe you will have one profile in one affiliation. Okay, you will have one profile in one university affiliation. Maybe another profile in another university affiliation. How do you merge these two profiles? So these are the frequently asked questions, and you can ask for the answers. You can also give for the feedback if you want to. And last but not the least, we are going to go for the very important section, which is going to be add new section. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add one particular file from the computer. Let us take in the case this is my published article. Let us take in the case. What I'm trying to do is I'm adding the full text version. Okay. So full text. Whenever I'm trying to add these articles, okay, like a PDF, which means that you can sync it. Okay, whenever you're going for syncing it, which means it appears in the Mendeley platform, it appears in the Elsevier's platform, and you can generally exchange the publications. Okay, so you need not have to add in Mendeley separately. You need not have to add separately in Orchid. You need not have to add separately in other platforms. So everything is being interlinked. Okay, so just by syncing it, which means that you are trying to add these publications, and the powerful feature is that according to this one the articles which are added, it gets added according to the years. Okay, so for selecting this one, okay, and then I can go for delete if I want to. Okay, maybe I can go for the delete section if I want to. Still I can save them for future use also. That also I can do that. Okay, so similarly you can go for add entry manually also, like like the identifiers. Okay, maybe like DOI or maybe PMID I can enter them. Okay, which go for the metadata sets. Okay, and then I can enter the title, I can enter the author section, I can enter the journal name, and I can enter the year, I can enter the pages. Okay, from page number 21 to page number 30, and then volume number, issue number, month, day, abstract I can enter. So this is how Mendeley is going to reference via the search engine. So I'm not going to upload the full text PDF, okay, but I have entered only the name of the author, name of the journal, name of the article, the abstract, some introduction I'm trying to enter, and this appears. Okay, when I'm adding this entry, which means it appears. Okay, it appears here. Okay, so that's the way how Mendeley is going to reference it. We are not adding the PDF document, but we are adding only the the entries manually. Okay, and similarly I can import library via the BibTeX format, or maybe EndNote format, which is XML, or maybe RIS format. So if you have any doubts with regards to this BibTeX, EndNote, RIS, what I would refer to you is, you please go through Google Scholar. Actually, in Google Scholar, what happens is if you have your own profile, which means that you can import in web text format, in Chicago format, whatever format you can want to. And what I'm trying to do, since I've already logged in this one, I'm going to log into my Google Scholar profile, and I'm going to show you the exact scenario what really happens. Say for example, whenever I click on this article, which means I can export via web text, I can export via EndNote, I can export via refman, I can export via CSV format. Okay, so whenever I am clicking on this web text format, which means it gets automatically downloaded. Okay, which means I can save them, and here in this section, okay, here in this section, maybe I can import the library like maybe in the web text format, okay, maybe in the EndNote format, maybe in the RIS format. Everything comes handy with Google Scholar, okay, like refman format, okay, refman you have EndNote, you have XML, okay, refman is RIS, okay, CSV you have, web text you have. So whatever format you want to, you can download them, and you can actually add here, okay, from this section. So you need not have to add the full text PDF. You can add the entries manually, or you can enter the research publication information in Google Scholar, and you can get the references via this web text format, or maybe EndNote format, or maybe RIS format, and you can add them in Mendeley. Okay, so once again I'm telling you that Mendeley is not a platform to index your publications, but it is a reference manager. So I'm sure that you would have enjoyed the section about Mendeley, and if you have any doubts, any clarifications about this video, then you can share your experiences. You can ask me any doubts if you want.